Welcome to Conversations, Cocktails, and Connections. It's officially our second episode, and I am Emily Reeves-Dean, and we've got Amy Hester. And
Hi.
Joining us today is Sandra McGrew, our friend, the delightful Sandra McGrew. Sandra is a former reporter. She is a style icon and a communications expert here in Little Rock. And her wit always makes me laugh, and she's an absolute delight to work with. I have been able to learn firsthand. So welcome to our very second episode of Conversations, Cocktails, and Connections. And tell us what's in your cocktail glass this afternoon.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm so thrilled to be here. You both are so fantastic, and thank you for that great intro. My cocktail is grapefruit soda mixed with Prosecco. So Prosecco is definitely my drink. And I feel like, I drink it more in the summer, but it's really becoming more of my drink year round. And I love grapefruit. So that's what I'm doing. Bubbles are always a must.
Yeah.
Interesting mixture. I like that. Amy, what's in your cocktail glass?
Well, I'm usually a red wine drinker, so this is huge for me to change. And I feel like through the quarantine, red wine is probably coming out of my veins and pores. But today I'm trying something new, and you'll see I've got the Rocktown grapefruit vodka.
Oh, local.
I don't know if you've tried that. Local distillery, and I've added diet ginger ale and orange, and it's very refreshing.
Yes, it looks it. And you have your little garnish.
I know. I made Matt go I was like, would you please cut me a wedge? Or he's like, what?
You're so fancy. I'm in I've got literally Pinot Gris, and usually I'm drinking red wine, but it's I don't know. I was just kind of feeling it. It's pretty outside. It's sunny. It makes me think of white wine.
Yeah, I wish that I could go to different cocktails, not just be stuck on red wine all the time. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, Sandra, tell us how quarantine is treating you. I know that you are a self-described extrovert, complete opposite of me, and you have a little one at home, so I'm sure you've had some days.
Friends, it's been, goodness. Okay, so really I take it 1 hour at a time because it has been really challenging being home. Yes, I'm definitely an extrovert, and I get a lot of energy from being around people. I've learned that virtual meetings are just not my jam, because I'm also empathic. So I like to read the room and feel the energy. So that's made it harder too, just from a work standpoint. I have a 5-year-old, very precocious 5-year-old. So my husband and I both work full time, and we really do try to take it one day at a time, just, figuring out, what we have on our schedules work wise. And then we'll sort of, come up with a plan that day.
Both working from home?
Yes. So I do go in occasionally, because there's no one in my office or building. And so I do go in occasionally, and Michael, his office, they have staggered hours right now. So there's just very people there at once. And so we try to, schedule as we can.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about your job, because I know you're involved in the healthcare world and the industry. I'm sure you've had some crazy communications needs lately. Yeah.
It's been, so our workload is essentially doubled during this time because the nature of the work that I do, I work in the healthcare policy space. And we do we have a lot of data that we really turn into, information, is really the easiest way to put it. And so the coronavirus has definitely been something that we've had to focus on. It's in a way, it's sort of kept me going because it's just, we're sort of at the forefront of a lot of things, but at the same time, it's also, it's challenging working from home. It's been, I think the first couple of weeks, honestly, it was the adrenaline. So I was kind of and I've learned that, I've had some anxiety, obviously, about all of this. that's been going on in our world. And I've learned that I overfunction when I'm anxious. And I saw that in my work. Okay. I'm sorry if you can hear the motion in the background, but welcome to my.
Okay. Well, with us, like half the time, so we'll hear our dogs barking. We're like,
this is life now, friends.
don't mind our dogs.
Sandra, my dogs, I have 3 dogs. 2 of them have been fighting each other while we're in quarantine. I have no idea why. Like, they've been together for 3 years. I've made 6 trips to the vet and spent over $1,000 on like stitches and staples, and now dog gates to keep them separated. Like, one of them, it's been a thing.
It's totally right. I mean, those are our children too. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Those are our babies, and they are feeling all of this, and it's a lot. And I mean, my dog, my first child, he is over it. So he is over us being here all the time, and he is certainly over my 5-year-old. So there's that.
Well, so what do you keep in your what are you doing with your 5-year-old to keep her busy while you are working?
So, great question. What it does is she watches TV all day. I'm just gonna be she's in front of the screen all. And I kind of, for a minute, I thought, my goodness, like I kind of beat myself up about that, because I was like, oh, but that is the reality, like we have to work, and, we try to take breaks like during the day, but, we're so thankful that the weather is so nice.
Oh, because, my gosh. I say that all the time.
I know, like, what would we do if this pandemic hit like in November?
Oh my, January, February, it would be horrible.
It would be so terrible. So, I mean, it's nice because we can go outside, and we have a lot of like young kids in the neighborhood. So, we can be like on the street, across the street from each other, in yards. So, I mean, that's been nice. So I try to take breaks throughout the day and take her outside. But really she's, she just watches the TV a lot. And I just think, well, I grew up watching TV and I turned out fine. So
I'm just trying not to have a little bit more options.
You have to give yourself some grace on that. Now, but what you have to look forward to is we have the 13-year-old, my stepdaughter lives with us, and her mom's fiance is immunocompromised, so she can't go visit her at all. So she hasn't seen her mom in 2 months. And, but anyway, what you have to look forward to as a 13-year-old is that she stays in her room all day. Like we just like kind of make sure that there's still noise happening in there.
You're like, are you alive? Yeah, cool. We're good then.
Oh my God. That would drive me nuts.
I have to remind her to change clothes. She takes a shower every day, but then she puts the same clothes back on, sleeps in them, and then wears them again the next day for like 4 days.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm like, I think it might be time to change that shirt.
Oh my God.
Girl, you do you. You do you. Yeah. Farrell only wants to wear dresses, and her dress, she's just like hit a growth spurt recently in the last like 2 months. So her dresses are like short dresses. Have her wear her like shorty shorts underneath, and we're just going with it.
Yeah.
I love dresses, and I wish that, well, one, it's so much work to wear a dress because my legs are so white that I usually have to do some work to my legs before I can wear the dress. But do you feel, or with either one of y'all, do y'all have a hard time finding like casual dresses versus a little bit more like either work appropriate or when I say work, business or hoochie, or it's like Easter dress, boardroom, or hoochie? I feel like there's not a like, I feel like there's not a like, it's hard to find that perfect kind of casual thing.
Yeah. I wear black pretty much all the time. So I don't know. I feel like it's easier. Like an LBD, you can dress it up or dress it down super cash. I will tell you that one of my favorite brands is Everlane. Have that Japanese Eve material. That's so fantastic. And it breathes, but also doesn't wrinkle. And then I've also been having a moment with Elizabeth Suzanne out of Nashville, Tennessee. And I bought a couple of linen, like I bought a linen dress and a linen skirt. from her recently. That's my dog. And also Super Love.
Okay, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, that's a new brand to me. What's the name? Elizabeth what?
Zan. It's Suzann.
Okay.
And I actually discovered her through my best friend, Amy Goins, and because they're size inclusive, and I just love what they do. And it's, and I'm trying to buy more like quality versus quantity.
Yes.
I have done this probably for the last 2.5 years because I did like this major closet clean out, and I had like 30 bags.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, why am I buying this stuff? Because it's on sale, and I'm like, yes, but then I'm really, I buy it because I'm like, I just want, I just need something, but then I end up never wearing it. So I'm trying to be more thoughtful about the kinds of stuff that I buy, and if I can wear them, like, that they're seasonless essentially.
Yeah. I know I've been putting stuff on Poshmark. I started a Poshmark page because same thing. I was like, why do I have these bags? I typically will carry one bag for a really long time. And then the resale value on some of these bags are so good. So just like carry it for a couple of years and sell it. Get your name.
And don't you love that? Because now it's easier and easier to do that.
Yeah.
So
nice. Although I have to say, I did mess up last week and I sold something, and literally I sold it for nothing. It was like some leggings that were so old, and I sent her the wrong pair of leggings. And she's like, sends me this message, and it pops up, and it's like, this is not what it described. And I'm getting all like, what do you mean it's not what, I'm like getting all an attitude, like, what are you talking about? It's exactly what it is. And then completely wrong pair of pants. And I've never had that happen before, but it was just so chaotic. And I just dropped them in the mailbox. And I think all I was getting out of it was like $10. So, but still, I was like, Amy, come on. Like, that's so stupid. So I don't even know if she wants the actual ones or not, but she sent them back. I'm like, I should have just said, just keep those. I'll send you the other ones. I don't care. Just get it out of my mouth.
Yeah. I know. Goodness.
Have you been shopping local a lot lately, or have you got some favorite places?
Yeah. So first of all, I feel like we've been spending a fortune on food because we're trying to support like our local restaurants because they're still operating, right? So that we've been trying to do that. And then By Invitation Only is owned by a friend of ours. So, we have supported her trying to buy, stuff from there. So yes, we're trying to support our local folks. The Root is one of my favorite places. And right now they're doing sort of like a deli grocery store situation. We go there every week. They bring it out to you. You order it over the phone. It's so easy. So yeah, I think most of our money right now is going toward liquor. And
yeah, Emily and I talked about this last time about how like if you're ordering out, you're kind of looking at your tab like, wow, I spent so much less than when I usually go there, but that's usually has your alcohol on it on your tab.
Yeah.
So it's like you just buy more food that way.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. I am definitely drinking every single night. And I think it's more out of habit at this point than it is like, it's just like, oh, well, what else am I going to do?
Yeah.
There is something that I have discovered. There is something just really exhausting about working from home for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's just like extra layer, especially because, Farrell is here and then sometimes Michael is here. So it feels like there's sort of this extra layer of, kind of stress in there because you're always doing something and there's, and then I feel like I constantly have to be plugged in. And then also like we have a million meetings, like virtual meetings and calls a day. It's so constant. But yeah, I don't know. It's been, anyway, so the way I've been taking care of myself, I've been taking a lot of walks.
Oh, good.
And that really, so fantastic. And just, I don't know, trying to be more present.
Yeah.
That was really one of my goals for this year. When 2020 started and everything seemed like, I'm going to do this and it's going to be, here's my mantra for the year and all this. And then suddenly Corona came into our lives and like ruined it. But in a weird way, I feel like I have been able to take some moments or at least have awareness about those moments when I'm taking a walk and just trying to breathe. And that has really helped me. And then just taking, a minute to myself here and there when I can get it.
Yeah.
And then trying to keep it into perspective. But I mean, I'm just going to be real. I've had some really dark days where
Right.
it's felt so hopeless, and I have felt fear about the future. And I'm sure, I mean, you guys have felt this too. I mean, Amy, especially with your business, I mean, like, and it's just,
It's scary.
it's so scary. It's scary from like a public health standpoint. It's scary from an economic standpoint. And sometimes it just feels like incredibly overwhelming. And I honestly just like miss giving people hugs and like having interaction.
Well, so in the industry that you're in, you're hearing all the statistics and all the numbers all the time. So that's in your head of how serious everything can be. And I personally am watching this much of the news because it scares the hell out of me. You feel like the world is ending. And so I get my information, but it's like, I will put myself in a dark place if I just watch too much of it.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine listening to it all the time.
It is. I've also, this is why I'm here, because I love the community that we have here, so in a way, I feel like because of where we live and just how wonderful people are within our city, I mean, that has made me feel better. And I think we've had some great leadership, the governor and the mayor, and they're doing such a great job keeping us informed. And so, in some ways, I think sometimes I have to separate myself from what's happening sort of nationally, even though, you have empathy for these coastal cities that, are just the impact that, this has had on their lives. Not to diminish the impact that it's had on ours too, because clearly it has. But, I don't know, there's just always been something special about the people who live here, and how we have all risen up and supported her, And for me, I try to like think about stuff like that, when I'm really feeling down about what's going on.
Yeah. Where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Germany, around Frankfurt. My dad was military. My mom's German. And then I don't know, it's like they took a globe and they just like spun it and they were like, this is where we're gonna move next. So to Charlotte, North Carolina. And I went to high school there. And then I ended up coming to Arkansas by way of college. I went to Harding, and I was obviously an overachiever, ended up getting a job at Channel 7 before I even graduated, and sort of worked my way up in this market in TV. And then I went over to the communications PR side, like 10 years after being in news. It really is so different. Like it used to be like you'd wait until 5 o'clock to kind of get the scoop on everything. And now it's immediate, so it is. And I think social media too, I think that's another thing. I try to, Instagram is my happy place. I think that I have found that Instagram is like my go-to right now in terms of all the, because I just really want to look at pretty pictures during this time. And Facebook, everyone just has a lot of opinions, and I don't want to see it. So, so Instagram has definitely been my go-to platform right now.
Oh, I love Instagram. I mean, that's it's nice to go through, you can, where you're just scrolling through the stories, or you can actually just kind of scroll through the feed. But, when I started the salon, which was just 6 years ago, like we weren't really doing Instagram, and it has blown up, especially in my industry, with hair. I mean, and just, it's crazy. If you're not taking pictures of stuff, then you're so behind.
Yeah. And you're doing such a good job. I mean, that's why I came to you to do I got my lashes curled, like a little lash lifting, because I saw it on your Instagram. I was like, oh, I kind of want to do that. Really so I called. It got me in like the next day.
Yay. Yeah, Emily is a big help for me with Instagram too. I mean, the not to say anything, I don't think quarantine has been great, but it's given us time, a little bit of time to take and play with it more.
Yeah, and have fun. Yeah.
Now you're just it's when I go back, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm going to have to add more work to my schedule and make sure I do more Instagramming.
Yeah. I mean, it works because I think especially for, I mean, Emily is way more of an expert than I am, but definitely just, you know, your audience is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I have to ask you, because I love whenever I see you, you're always like polished, and I always feel like you're a big red lip girl. What's your go-to red lipstick?
So my go-to red lipstick is NARS Heat Wave.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites. And I also have this Chanel one that I love, and I cannot remember the color, the number that it is, but I've also, I really do love a lot of the Chanel lip products.
Oh yeah, it goes on great.
It goes on so great. And I think their colors are so fantastic, but NARS has just been like really a strong go-to.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
If you looked in my makeup bag, it's like every color of red, but they all kind of look the same. But there's just some that'll be too matte, or some that bleed, and I'm like, that's all we need. Like sometimes at work, if I've got one that like did too much bleeding, and I didn't look at myself like all day, and all of a sudden I'm like, what the hell? Why didn't somebody tell me I got like veins of lipstick coming off my face into my ring? Thanks.
Also, like your skin is, what are you guys using on your skin right now? Because you guys are like glowing. It looks amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Are you using a highlighter? I
do have a highlighter. And it is Tarte. I don't have like, I'm not one of those that has every single makeup item in one brand. I go
same.
Yeah.
And I have my favorites. And you know, actually, I don't even think that they make the highlighter it's a combo like bronzer and highlighter. And the highlight and bronzers for me, because I'm so pale, have to be more of an ashier color, not orange, or you know what I mean? You can look too orangey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all about the Glossier highlighter.
Which one did you get, Emily? Because I just ordered.
I think it's Moon something.
Moon.
Yeah, I think I got Moonstone.
I got that too. Okay, that's a great one. I just got that one last week, and I love it too. Okay.
It's one of those ones that I repurchase. Like I go through the whole product and then repurchase, which is saying something, because a lot of times I don't repurchase, you know, the same thing over and over again.
Oh my gosh. Well, so have either one of you guys ordered something recently because you're just sitting there drinking, or on Instagram?
Oh yes.
Or what did you buy?
I bought a bunch of like stuff for my outdoor patio, like my screened in patio. I just like had a couple, and suddenly I just bought like 8 pillows. And I bought tables.
And those are all like big boxes. Like you can't sneak those to the house.
Correct. I did order like a couple of like outdoor, I mean not outdoor, but like workout leggings. I mean, the list is long, friends. The list is long. I think I ordered like some eyeliner. And honestly, I think that Glossier purchase was, yes, I've ordered that, and I have on right now, which I'm very natural right now because I've been outside with my daughter. But have on their tinted lip like gloss that I really love.
I love all of their products, and yeah, but yeah, to your point, quarantine has been expensive. Like from online shopping to supporting local businesses to just being at home and realizing that some of the stuff that you have doesn't work, or you know, could be better if you're going to spend all this time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a constant battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like keep stuff in your cart for a really long time, and then you're like, oh yeah, I should buy this now?
I do that all the time. You know what else I do? I will like take, like if I see something, if I see like a really nice dress, I'm like, ooh, but I need that to be on sale. I'll like save the link, and then I'll like check it every couple.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So I got a pair of jeans in the mail today. Been in my, like I put them, I was on a waiting list for these jeans for a long time. And they came in today, and oh my God, I did not want to try them on because I know I had quarantine weight gain, and they're tight.
Yeah.
You know, because when I get back to my normal routine.
Yes, you will, Amy. You are going to get there. Exactly.
Flying out of my veins.
Yeah. Got to get it. I know.
Yeah.
All right, well, Sandra, we promised you 20 minutes and we've definitely gone over that. So I do want to be respectful of your time.
Totally.
And thank you for coming.
I'm not boring you guys. I'm so delighted. Honestly, it's great to see y'all. I mean, I see all the stuff you guys are posting, but it's nice to have like actual interaction with both of you.
Well, so tell, like, really quick, like, tell us what your Instagram handle is, and any way they want, if someone wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best way, how to find you?
Instagram is where I live right now. It's just at Sandra McGrew. And yeah, you can just message me on there. And you'll just see there's lots of photos of my dog, my fur child and my human child, because that's the season of life that I'm currently in. Yeah.
And
I'm going to soon though. I'm getting gray, you guys.
Oh,
it's great.
I don't even want to talk. Yes. Emily's like, she's already like, I'm on the first on the list.
I'm sorry. It's really bad. Like, you can't see it as badly.
But you're so good.
My whole head is gray.
I mean, so good. And your bangs are so on point, friend.
I did trim them myself last week. I watched one of Amy's videos and I trimmed them myself.
Okay.
People are learning all sorts of secrets.
That's great. I'm loving Instagram. I love all of you. They're so fun.
Oh, thank you.
Happy weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers, friends. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.